Hi, today I want to show you what I consider to be the most important technical exercise for training finger independence in your left hand. I think we can all agree upon the fact that it's really hard to get control over your fourth finger, the pinky of your left hand. Some people avoid using this finger altogether, but that's a shame because this finger is really useful for a lot of chords and for melodies, and it's there, so why not use it? The problem is that finger independence is decreasing when you go from your index finger in this direction to your pinky. So we need some exercises to train finger independence of the left hand. Of course, there are zillions of exercises for the left hand, but most exercises are about dexterity and speed. But that's not the same as finger independence. You can practice speed and dexterity all day long, but you're not practicing finger independence. So this exercise that I'm going to show you is done very slowly. It's not about speed, it's about control. And it's about controlling the fingers of the left hand effortlessly. You start the exercise with a four-finger grip on the high E string in the 9th position, meaning your first finger is in the 9th fret, second finger is in the 10th fret, third finger is in the 11th fret, and the pinky, fourth finger, is in the 12th fret, all on the high E string. Now you lift your fingers up so the string is not pressed against the fingerboard or the frets anymore, but your fingers still have contact with the string. And then your first and second finger are doing this movement, while the third finger and the fourth finger remain on the high E string, not pressing down the string, very loose, very relaxed. It's not about speed, it's about doing this simultaneously, meaning that the first and the second finger arrive at the string at the same time. Try to have control over all the fingers. Do it slowly, do it relaxed. Okay. And then you do the same thing with the second and third finger. Do this movement. Skip a string. And first and fourth finger are not pressing down the string. They're still very relaxed, resting on the high E string. Do it slowly. Try to arrive simultaneously with both fingers at the same time. Okay, you will have noticed that this is a lot harder than the first and the second finger. Now we get the hardest one, and that is third and fourth finger. Here we go. Skip a string. Skip one more. Try to stay relaxed. And do it slowly and simultaneously. Try to have control over the first and the second finger, that they are resting on the high E string without pressing down the high E string. Very loose. It's hard to do, especially if you have two cameras pointed at you. Very loose. Okay. So it's really hard to move the third and the fourth finger independently from the other fingers of the left hand. I had students, when they did this exercise in the beginning, they couldn't move their fourth and third finger at all. If you have that problem, most of the time it's because your brain has a hard time to send signals to the third and the fourth finger. What you can do is help the brain by taking your right hand and touching the fourth and third finger gently, and then you again have feeling for the third and fourth finger, and you can start moving them. If you feel you have a very hard time doing this exercise, you can make it a little bit easier by pressing down your fingers on the fingerboard and just doing this movement with the other fingers anchored, pressing down the string. And if that's working okay, you can then go back to lifting the fingers. That makes it a little bit easier, and you will get there if you do it a long time. Also, when you do this, try to have a relaxed wrist. That means that you can feel the weight of your left arm, and there's a little angle in your wrist. Imagine you're wearing a watch that is heavy, and the watch is pulling down your wrist and your forearm a little bit. So that will ensure that you're not tightening your arm and your wrist. That's very important. Also, try to have round fingers and to really grab the string with the tip, this part of your fingers. That's very important to do. Don't do it like this. Really do it like this. I recommend doing this exercise daily, but only like 3 to 5 minutes, not more. It's not important to do it longer. It's important to do it slowly and very focused, but it's not an exercise you have to do longer than 3 to 5 minutes. But it's important to do it on a daily basis, because you want to give your brain and the nerves in your hand this stimulus regularly, and this way you will get a good finger independence in your left hand. I guarantee that. That's important for lots of things, for changing chords, for playing difficult chord grips, and also for your speed and for articulation of the notes. If you're one of those players that has a hard time using the fourth finger at all, there you go. This is the way to activate this finger, and I guess 4 fingers are better than 3. If you like this video, it would make me very happy if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. Goodbye and take care.